Good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intelligible Tutorials. In this today's session now, I want to give the clear information of the resolution proof. Already in the previous videos, I have given what is the in the PPTs, I have given what is the meaning of the resolution, how it can be performed, the algorithm of the resolution, each and everything I clearly explained. Now my intention is, I would like to explain the proof of the resolution, how the resolution proof can be done. Okay, so for that we have to see once again what are the main important topics of the resolution. As we all of you know, resolution is the iterative process. Okay, so it's an iterative process. And as well as one more thing we have to remember regarding the resolution, it is also called as proof by negation or proof by refutation. Proof by negation or refutation, right? And one more thing we have to see regarding this particular resolution is, whenever we are having two different things like winter or cold and negation winter or summer, okay, we are having these two different things. So how can we resolve these two things? The two things can get cancelled. So what are the resolvents now by using resolution is nothing but negation winter comma winter. Okay, and what are the resultants now? Is equal to cold or summer. Like that we can cancel all the terms until we get the contradiction. So what is the main motivation of the resolution is nothing but till we get the contradiction, we have to do these steps iteratively. We have to do these steps iteratively. That is the main theme of the resolution. And now we see what is the proof of the resolution in proposition logic, how these terms can get cancelled. Now we are going to see now. Okay. Hello. And now we see some set of the given axioms like P and Q to R, and S or T implies Q, and finally T. These are the some set of the axioms. We have to convert them in some set of the class forms. How can we convert them in some set of the class forms? The P, we have to remove this implication symbol. What is the meaning of conversion of the class form here? Now we are going to see. So first of all, we are having P implies Q. How can we convert this statement into the class form? Negation P or Q. This is the way to conversion of the class form. Like this we have to convert, we have to remove the implication. Okay, so actually this negation P or Q in the inference rules, it is called as the first inference rule. It is called as the I1. So it is the very first inference rule. Okay, so how to convert these axioms into the some class form things is P. So we put it in the equation number 1, and P and see this P and Q to R, that is negation of P and Q to R, that is negation P or negation Q R. So this is one term. And next coming to the negation of S R T R Q, that is negation S and negation T R Q. Okay, so finally we got negation S R Q and negation T R Q. Okay, so negation S R Q is the equation number 2, equation number 3. Negation T R Q, here end is there. Okay, T R Q is the another one, and finally T is there. T can be represented as the T, so T can be represented as the T itself. It is the 5. Like that we got total 5 number of the equations. So how I have given these 5 number of the equations, once again I will explain. See P is the, no need to convert it into the form of the class form, so P can be written as P, and P and Q negation 2 implies R, that is it can be written as negation P implies negation P R Q. So P implies Q is negation P R Q. I have written this in that form. So how it will be converted? Negation P and Q are R. So negation P and becomes R. Negation Q are R. That is termed as the equation number 2. Okay, and next SRT implies Q. Negation SRT implies Q. So that is negation S and negation T are Q. Negation S are Q and as well as the negation T are Q. So like this I have completed all the 5 number of the equations and I have written all these things in some set of this class form. Okay, now I want to start the proof. I have to resolve those things. How can I resolve these things? First of all, I have to start with the 2. So, in the resolution itself, I told already in the resolution algorithm, in the previous resolution algorithm explanation, what I told is whenever you want to prove anything, suppose I want to prove some x is good. So, where I have to start? I have to start as x is bad. And finally, I have to prove it as x is good. Okay, so this is the resolution. Whenever you want to prove anything, you have to start it from the negation of it. You have to start it from the negation of it. So, I have taken the equation number 2 now. Okay, so what is the equation number 2 here? What is the equation number 2 here? Okay, so I have to start with the equation number 2. While saying the resolution, I told one thing, that is nothing but whenever you want to start anything, that is you want to prove anything, some that x is good or Rama is good. Okay, so you have to start as Rama is good, you have to prove, you have to start as Rama is bad, and finally you can prove it as Rama is good. So this is nothing but proof by negation. You are starting with the negation of it. Whatever you want to prove, you are going to start with the negation of it. So this is called as what? Proof by negation or proof by refutation. Okay, so now what we are going to do is here you have to do some proof. Okay, so what is the proof of this resolution? Now we are going to see. We are going to start the equation number 2. Okay, I picked the equation number 2, negation P R negation Q R R. Okay, so here why I took this equation is negation P is the negation, already Q is the negation, but R there is no negation. So that's why I have to start with negation R. Negation R. So what are the cancel terms? R is cancelled with R. What is the resultant thing? Negation P, R, negation Q. Now check. Any other things will be cancelled. By using the term 1, that is P. P will be cancelled by negation P. What is the resultant thing? That is negation Q. Okay, so how this negation Q will be cancelled? Now we have to pick up the equations very carefully. Okay, so negation SRQ, if I take negation SRQ, QQ will be cancelled. The resultant thing will be negation S. It will not be cancelled. It will be the resultant. Okay, if I take negation T R Q, negation Q will be cancelled and negation T will be cancelled with the T. So the totally it will be cancelled. So that's why which equation I have to take? Equation number 4. That is negation T R Q. So Q will be cancelled. What is the resultant? Negation T. And I joined it with the equation number 5, that is T. And finally we find the contradiction. Okay, totally cancelled. We got the contradiction. This is called as the proof of the resolution. Once again, I will explain this. Let us see once again. So we have, these are the set of the axioms. P and Q implies R, S R T implies Q and T. So P remains same. P and Q implies R is nothing but we have converted in the form of P implies Q. So P implies Q means negation P R Q. You have to remember this. This is the one way to conversion of the class form. Okay. So negation P, I am converting this into this form. Negation P and Q R R. So negation of total this R R. So negation P and becomes negation end is R, negation Q R R. So I have given this as equation number 2. Okay, negation is RT RQ. Okay, so how it will become? Negation S and negation T or negation Q. And finally we are having a negation S and negation T RQ. So this is negation S RQ and the negation T RQ and finally T the resultant. Okay, now I am starting with negation P or negation Q or R. I have taken this number 2. Okay, so here R with negation R. I have started with proof by refutation. Okay, so negation R will be R, this negation R and R will be cancelled. What is the resultant? Negation P or negation Q. So negation P or negation Q, I have taken P here, that is P with negation P. So negation Q is the resultant. For this negation Q, again here we are having two terms, 3 and 4. So to cancel S, there is no chance of cancelling of the S will become resultant. So there is no chance of contradiction. So that's why what we are going to take is negation T or Q. So Q with negation Q, and finally the resultant is negation T. Okay, so again it with equation number 5, negation T, the contradiction we find. So total terms will be cancelled, all are resolved, and finally we got the proof of the resolution. This is the resolution proof in propositional logic. Propositional logic. In the coming videos, we discuss about the resolution proof in predicate logic also. There also the concept is same. We have to cancel all the terms and finally proving the contradiction. But the way of cancelling, the way of application of the equations like this are different. That's what. This is nothing but the resolution. Okay. So in the coming videos, we talk more about the resolution in predicate logic. Thank you one and all.